Good afternoon from the National Bowls Centre. What a brilliant week of bowls it's been here in Northfield, about to culminate with the decisive matches across all the different disciplines. On the championship green here, we'll have the finals for the ladies singles and the pairs, and the men's singles and the pairs as well. In the ladies pairs, it's between Bainfield and Anbank, and then in the singles, it's Caroline Brown against Emma Mitchell. In the men's pairs, it's Hindland taking on Eastfield, and in the men's singles, it's Alan Gray up against Alistair White. And that's being broadcast live on iPlayer and the Bowls Scotland socials, and that'll be brought to you by our commentary team of Colin Noon and Paul Mitchell.
Thanks, Andy. Good afternoon, everyone. Much anticipated, this one. As Andy introduced all the finalists across the green, but we will concentrate on the men's final for the National Championships of 2023. Alan Gray of Eaglesham against Alistair White of Jedburgh. Colin Noon alongside me, and interestingly, because it's a tough thing to get to this level of finals, both these gentlemen have been here before.
They have, with different results. Alan, unfortunately, has lost the final, and Alistair won it back in 2012. So, yeah, Alan will be looking to go one better, and of course, Alistair will be delighted to be able to win this title twice. So, look, we're hoping this is a cracker. Two quality players, and no reason why they won't put on a show this afternoon.
Well, they've played some good stuff to get here, and we will be hoping that they can turn on the style in this final. Four finals being played on the green, there'll be plenty of roars and plenty of noise, and there's a lot of support for both players.
It's good from Alan. He missed his line unusually with his first one, but he's made the correction. And he's captured the weight nice and early there.
It's not bad effort either. Well played. And watch the end of Alan's semi-final. Very relaxed bowler. Came through against Raymond Swanky of Gurrock, 21-13. Whereas Alistair White took care of Scott Murray of Whitehall, just a little bit easier, 21-5. He's looking to pick that up and come through. It's well played.
Yeah, you could see the grimace out the hand there. Alistair knew that was just running on a touch,
Yep.
but he's picked it up and moved it to the back of the ring. So correction now for Alan. Pick the line.
He certainly retained an interest in it. It's going to fall short now.
It's given Alistair a real opportunity at the first.
Line 2, chance to kick off with the 3. Got off to a good start in his semi-final.
Yeah, he did. Scott Murray's had a great run all week, and obviously never caught it in his semi-final. But yeah, great to walk away with a bronze all the same.
Absolutely. It's a nice opening for Alistair White, picking up 3. I mean, it is a pattern, and I don't think it's going to happen, but yesterday Alistair White has reduced his opponent's score in every game. Brian Tate of Wigtown took him to 21-20. Gary Muir, Hillside, the Edinburgh club. And if you've been to Edinburgh, it's one of the hardest clubs to find because it's hidden between 4 tenements. Quarter-final, 21-15, and then a 21-5 semi-final. So he's been suppressing his opponents as he goes along, but my money's on Alan scoring more than 5.
Yeah, I think that's a big ask, but yeah, that pattern, I'd be shocked if that pattern's maintained today.
Let's reduce the jack length. Alan has had a terrific week. Lee Kerr taking care of, then Jim Milne of Lockheed, 21-13, 21-17. Darren Cooper of Denny was a 21-20 in the quarter-final. I mentioned Goodix Raymond Swanky, 21-13 in the semi-final. They've been both on great form. More chalk required.
Change hand for Alistair.
Brilliant, Ryan!
Playing off his own, or he could nick in.
Again, great weight.
Beautiful.
He's framed it. May not move on that side.
Oh, now Alistair White will look, he realises the back position is against him. Should be running for cover here.
Well, he'll either try and change it, or he will run for cover, as you say. If he can flop off that one in the way, well, slightly exposed, obviously, if the jack goes through. But it's a bare jack.
Well, jack is ideal.
Very close, just in through the hole, I think.
He's unlucky, in
I
fact.
think he's dropped a 4.
Yeah, he's made it worse. Well, with every shot there is risk and you try and calculate it, but I think in his wildest dreams there, I would not have expected to drop as he's just dropped there. And it is a full house.
It's a dream start for Alistair, isn't it?
Cannot ask for better. A 3 and a 4. Well, Alan is a winner already this week. He won the mixed pairs. He was also playing in the senior 4s. He's probably played more ends than anybody else here this week. If not, it's close.
Yeah, he's played a lot.
Yeah.
He's a serial qualifier here as well, you know. So he's done very, very well, and he's a good return of medals as well.
And when you've got off to a good start, you just want to keep that pace up. You want to keep the pressure up.
Yeah, you just want to keep that scoreboard ticking.
There we go again, it's another toucher. Yeah, there's the grimace. Is it in the way or is it not?
Yeah, Alistair's an experienced player. I think he'll try and keep his side and just work either side of the short bowl. Drop the pace.
Yeah, I'd love the line. Change of hand, but that's counting.
Yeah, just as importantly, it's just behind. He's not giving Alan anything to play off here. He's going to draw it. He's going to have to draw it clean.
Second shot. So Alan Gray from Eaglesham will come up and have a look at this. See how the head is set. It's not a wasted ball there either.
Alan just has to draw this off on the backhand side. Too risky playing with pace, I would suggest, just in case he nicks his back one out.
Yeah, he's already gone from 2 down to 4 down at his own hand. That's another shot for Alistair White from Jedburgh. 2012 Scottish singles champion. Quite remarkably followed in his father's footsteps, who Scottish champion back in 1973, Roy White. Not too many father-son partnerships have managed to take the top title.
No, I'm sure there's not. Be interesting to understand if there is any other combinations like that.
I have to confess I didn't go quite as far back as 1973 when I was doing my preparation for this. That's a good opening ball from Alan Gray.
Alan looks to the heavens there. However, if his weight's good, he'll make a shot.
It's not as bad as he thought. He knew it was tight, but it didn't come right across, I think, as he feared. Little grimace there too, but he can use his own.
It's about pace.
Second shot. It's the first time he's played his final ball with a shot against him. So Alistair White.
Yeah, just a draw from Alistair, I'm sure, even if he rocks off the outside balls. He'll be desperate to keep the scoreboard just ticking along just nicely. It's in the area.
He's got a chance with this.
I think he's played it. Yes.
That's a terrific shot. Has it done enough? Well, the ball falling down certainly won't do him any harm. Bart deciding not to. Well, he's going to go and have a look now and see if he holds up whom he favours. From our angle, it's certainly hard to tell. Alan can make this a moot point.
Will it drop? No, it's on the wide side.
Well, you could tell from the body language that Alistair doesn't think it's against him, or he's not going to give it up without a measure.
Yep, shout for the umpire.
Yeah. Umpire being called. We were chatting about this just before this fight started. There's been some famous names that have had their name engraved on this wonderful trophy. Paul Foster winning it back in 2004, Billy Mellors when he played out of Golden Acre, Billy Hogg, Mark Kelsey, Ian McLean has won a couple of times as the umpire is called. So neither player prepared to concede the shot, and the umpire is called to decide. Now there's not a box measure being used here, it's the calipers that have come out. And they take a little bit more operation, but they are exceptionally accurate. So you place the 2 points, the fattest point of the ball that is closest to the jack, and just resting gently. And just when you're convinced, you can go and check the other ball. It is the umpire's sole decision here.
Not much in it, but it's definitely blue, isn't it?
Yeah, Alistair is about to pick up another shot. They will double check, and then the ball that is lying shot will be knocked away and right on cue. Well, the well-known brewery don't do starts to national championship finals, but if they did, this is what they would prescribe. It's been a really good opening for Alistair White, who's looking to get his name on this famous trophy for a second time. You've played a lot of singles, Colin, in your time. You've won matches from all sorts of positions. So I'm not going to suggest you're 9-0 down too often. But when you are, what's the mindset?
Well, firstly, you'd be surprised. The mindset is that it's never over until your opponent gets over the line. It's never over until your opponent gets over the line. Alan's mindset here will be, firstly, get on the card and change it up a bit. Will it mat up, short jack, whatever it might be. He needs to be able to throw Alistair off a rhythm here. Although Alistair's now, he's given him room. First few ends, Alistair's first ball was very, very good. And this, just a couple of slack balls and not putting him under pressure just lets Alan back in.
He's improved on his first. He's trying very hard, and he won't be too unhappy landing there.
Yeah, and the key here for Alan too is it's small targets. Get on the card, get to 5, and make yourself small goals. You're not trying to recover this with 3s and 4s. Singles is plenty, but he does need to just edge himself back in, and he's just been caught in that front ball there when he did have a chance to double up the shot count there.
That was always the danger, that the ball wasn't going to allow you to pass it, but he has moved it up and can use that.
Interesting that Alan's elected to stay on this side when there's there's maybe slightly more danger. Choice of shot now for Alistair. He's got his own to turn, or there is an option to go a little bit quicker on the inside and try and take Allen's out.
Let's see what he thinks the percentage shot is. Controlled weight.
Yeah, just right side.
Wasn't a bad idea. Well, there might be a slight sense of relief here for Alan Gray's line one.
Yeah, and you wouldn't be shocked if he's a bit cautious with this, would you?
Yeah, I'd like a second, but I don't think he'd be too greedy.
Yeah, there's that caution.
Gets himself on the card. Still got a long way to go. But one red. As Colin said, it'd be interesting just to see what he does with the mat here.
He's tried to go full length. He may well lose the jack here. He has.
Such an easy thing to do. You're just trying to make sure you're getting it within, a foot or two of the ditch, so it will be a full length. And then all of a sudden you've just overcooked it. It's just another thing to put out your mind.
Yeah, he's just got to forget that. This is just about getting first. Alistair will go back to his preferred length.
So when the jack goes in the ditch, if you're not too familiar with the sport, your opponent then gets to roll it, usually to the preferred length, which will be probably diametrically opposite to what you were hoping for, but you retain the right to the first ball. Well, what you've got to hope to do is nail it on top to show you can do it. That's a good effort.
Yeah, it's a good start. Alistair sticking with the straighter side here.
And to get a result off that backhand. Not getting greatly punished at that length. Doesn't want to promote his opponent. He'll be happy to come round there.
That's a good home.
Potential receiving position.
It's forced Allen to the other side.
He seeks the narrower side. It just drifts away.
Alistair can afford to move the jack here. If he moves this just a couple of feet, he brings in his back one.
Oh.
I'm sure that's what he was trying.
Oh, shot against. A little bit of danger as well. He's again trying to find a backhand. Best he can do here. He was going to try and turn his own over. It just didn't look like it had enough pace. And again, there's a nice little chance here for Alistair White for a decent count.
It's a definite chance.
The way he's playing, you wouldn't bet against him.
I think he's on the wide side.
Oh, no damage done. He picks up the end. Well, there's dark clouds gathering. A little bit symbolic for Alan Gray at the moment. He's gone 10-1 down. And the men's final, the National Championships of 2023. We did have some dark cloud this morning. It was followed by the blue. We'll take the blue, please. Let's get that drifting over.
Yeah, we've probably got lucky the last couple of days with the weather. So it'd be really nice if that blew over and we never saw any rain till, well, let's say sometime after 5 o'clock when everything's done and dusted.
You're watching coverage of the National Championships 2023 Bowls Scotland. This is the gents final. And I can tell you in the ladies singles final, which is taking place just a couple of rinks along, Motherwell's Caroline Brown and Emma Mitchell from Gilmerton are at 5 apiece. A little grimace there from Alan. When your opponent invites you in, you've really got to try and take it.
So good
that's
correction.
why.
Alan moving to the bigger swinging side of the ring. You can see that diving away there.
I think there's narrow and then there's narrow. It can't look very nice from the mat, so therefore change of hand again.
It's a great opportunity for Alistair to put another in here.
Line 2.
He's picked a line. Just about pace.
Well, that'll do.
Yeah, it's a shot.
It's his own ball. It was certainly an option to do. There's no great catch. Both hands look, well, fairly awful in terms of you might get caught. So he's gone out on the wide line.
It's just stuck. It's stuck on him. His weight, if
Yeah.
nothing else.
And he coming back.
I mean, that's a cheap count, I'm afraid.
One, two, three.
I think he's just conceded 4. Or has he?
I think it was just the 3. Eight shots from a national championship title. And your opponent needs 20.
Yeah, I think Alan's just trying to regroup at the back there. Probably giving himself a bit of a talking to. He's a much better player than this showing.
I think he's already won the mixed pairs, but I can probably be fairly certain that's the last thing that's going through his mind is I've had a good week.
No.
Everything's on this.
Yeah, everything's on this for him, you know, and you know, one of the things you'll be thinking there is you don't want to go out on a whimper, you know, so you'll want to go out fighting, And one thing for sure, if I know anything about Alan, he will not give up.
What we haven't actually seen, is him actually play to the jack length he wanted to play, because the one time he got the jack, he popped it in the ditch, which allowed Alistair White then to throw the length he's been featuring. So we've not actually seen that change, and he needs to find something.
Yeah, I think what might be playing in his mind as well is that, you know, Alistair Will's playing okay. He's not at the top of his game here at the minute. He's a cheap 3, and that will play in his mind that he's allowed those cheap counts to come in. Again, just not reaching. Good line.
Comes the winner.
Probably forces Alan onto the side that, to be honest, hasn't been working for him at all.
He has his own to promote.
Yeah, this would do him. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, no problem with that. He played into it, he knew what the options were, didn't want to hang out.
But once again, a head where Alistair will be delighted with that. He's playing into areas. He's got an opportunity to pop that ball through for a 3. The jack for a 2.
Well, you get key moments in matches where you feel if Alistair converts here, it could be in the home straight. Just a little bit on the high side.
Yeah, I think Alan's got out of jail here.
Yeah, if you were going to miss on the other side. Settle for a single, and he will have to try and roll that long jack with it popping over. Well then, Alan, let's see what you have here. Experienced player, his 9th appearance at the National Championships. It's a much better opening. He was semi-finalist back in 2013, beaten finalist in 2014. Arguably the best 2 opening balls that Alan has had at an end so far.
It's certainly better from Alan. I would hope to tighten that up as he goes on. See what Alistair has in the play. I'll trotting up after this one. Good enough for a shot.
It's way narrow. Well, the change of length has certainly changed the game. On this end you can see the shadow of the 3 being held up. Well, we'll expect to draw a 4th.
Yeah, just going to rock that one up for the winner. It's not any easier for Alistair.
Well, this would be a sizable chunk back for Alan Gray. Alistair White does have right to reply here. In his mind, he's played a forehand and popped it right behind the jack. Now he just has to go and do it.
Yeah, he's backing himself to draw this ball, but
oh, he's come very short again. Well, that is a surprise. That's a 4, but you would not have bet on his final ball being the shortest ball of the lot. And that's just the little bump that Alan Gray needed.
yeah, we talked about that a few ends ago, didn't we? He just needed a change, a change of length, and it just seems to have just rocked Alistair just a bit.
I have to confess I was surprised he was so short there.
Yeah. Will this stay on, or has he lost it again? No, he's good. So maintains this full length jack position, and after carding a 4, this first lead ball is vital.
Well, that is wayward.
Yeah.
Needs to apply the brakes here.
Jack.
Yeah, needs to take it with him or move it.
Could be enough for the shot though.
Definitely feels there's a line in there.
His weight's better.
Yeah. Shot drawn, first shot drawn, the second one looking on.
Just needs to run.
Oh, he gave that a chance. perfect line picked out. I think Alistair will have a look at this. I think he hasn't played that other hand too often, but it's certainly to his advantage to try if he can move the jack.
The shot's also still there down the backhand side. Perhaps a little bit of risk in terms of turning Allen in, but the reward of being just underneath with a couple of feet to a yard is huge. And you know, if he can grab it and move it a couple of feet, he moves himself within an end of the winning post.
Yeah.
So he may take the chance here.
There's a big prize available should he get this. Confident off the backhand.
He's not a million miles away. Just
Wanted the trail, didn't he?
Yeah, perfect weight to play it with too. It's a great try. Well, if he's superstitious, that moves him off unlucky 13.
Yep. Should have pointed out at the last end that the 4 from Alan Gray took him above the 5 obtained by Scott Murray. My theory of suppression of scores as you go through was blown apart in one end. Not unexpectedly, it should be said.
It certainly was, but there was a time there when you did start to wonder.
It's alright, I'm usually wrong, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, and there's one thing you don't do in bowls is you never write anyone off. So
no.
It's never over till it's over.
In the ladies singles, Motherwell's Caroline Brown leads Gilmerton's Emma Mitchell by 7 shots to 6. We saw Gilmerton's Emma Mitchell yesterday on the stream playing exceptionally well to reach the final. There's a good opening ball to the preferred length. That's a good opener.
Yeah, Emma did do very well yesterday on an incredibly tricky surface. So, you know, she's. I think she's better than the showing yesterday. In fact, both players, to be fair, are better than the showing yesterday in a tough rink.
That's another good ball coming in.
Yeah, Alistair back in the groove at that preferred length, isn't he? Doesn't help Alan's cause either, unfortunately.
No, it's going to look horrible to try and get round. His opponent will likely go on to the open hand, just a little bit of movement. The Gents and Ladies Pairs finals are being played at the moment. And the Ladies Bainfield lead Anbank by 5 to 3. And the Gents Highland lead Eastfield 6 to 1. Both of those after 5 ends. Tell you what, that's not bad.
That's
excellent shot.
That's a tremendous ball from Alistair. Change of hand, change of weight. Not a bad reply. Just pulling up.
And it's been a tale of almost for several ends for Alan. And he's picked out the line, the weight's just not been there. I don't think there's a change to the shot that he's. I mean, you can always play whatever you want, but I mean, if he plays in, I don't think there's any real danger of knocking Alan's last ball up.
But it's a risk the way the hand plays. I suppose the risk maybe for Alistair is what he doesn't want to do is frame this, so he doesn't want to put one jack high, so he may go to the 4 and just settle for drifting round the front one and adding another. sensible choice of shot, not being too greedy.
Yeah.
And he's left Alan with a horrible, horrible position here. Playing weight, there's a risk he takes his own out. Can lose 4. Any movement of the jack back is a lottery for him. This is tough.
2 and a measure. That's what's been indicated by the marker. It's an interesting line. Has it affected? The count shot obviously still against him.
I think the back 2 are shots.
So that's 2 out. Well, Alan has nominated his closest one. That will be a measure between these. The ball's just being supported on rubber chalks. I do love the knee pad that the umpires come out with to protect the white trousers from any green stains.
I've seen a few umpires this week who clearly haven't had a knee pad to put their knee on, and unfortunately their white trousers are now probably stained beyond washing.
So again, it's purely up to the umpire. He'll lift out the ball and he has his shot.
It looks like red, but let's see.
It is. Well, it's another march on 21 from Alistair White. Another 2. And having dropped 2 ends with a 1 and the 4, he's now pulled 3 shots back with a 1 and the 2. So the lead is strong. And the ladies singles Motherwell's Caroline Brown has moved away from Emma Mitchell of Gilmerton. She now leads 11 shots to 6. Just update you on the triples that's being played. 4 ends played in the triples. In the ladies, Stonehouse lead Newton St Boswell by 7-0. And in the gents, Abbey View lead Anbank by 6-1. And in the 4s, Buchan Park after 5 ends leads Windygates by 8-3. And in the gents, Windygates, who also reached the final, are 3 apiece after 5. Finals being played across 2 greens here at Northfield and Ayr, home of Bowls, Scotland. Great facilities, been good crowds all week. See what the adjustment's like. Round it comes. That's perfect.
Alan would have been happier with that lead ball, but Alistair's just outdone him there.
Plenty of support for both players. If you get yourself a good seat, you can watch more than one game. Well, the focus at the moment is on the 2 singles finals. They'll be first to their conclusion. Doesn't matter the hand at the moment for Alistair White. He's drawing well. It's just been a case of nearly for Alan at the moment.
Alistair just has all the answers at the minute, doesn't he? If there's an opportunity to get in first, he's there. You know, if there's an opportunity to change, he gives himself an opportunity to. So, yeah, it's a tough ask now.
First and final men's singles game of this tournament. Can there be a little nudge up here? Well, it knocks one off, but still the advantage is with Alistair White. And that moves him into territory of being able to kill the match off in one end. And again, it's not likely you get many forced to win games, Colin, but it's that mindset. You know how close you are.
Yeah, you do. You just need to be careful at this stage that you don't go chasing it. But Alistair's an very experienced player. That's not going to happen here, I'm sure.
Getting a consistent line, but again just a little bit too far through.
This looks like a reasonable line from Alan.
That's well played. Shot ball.
Nice line here.
Take it with him. Yeah, he's done. I think you said it earlier, he just almost seems to have the answer. I mean, one loose end, but he's had the answer every time. It's going to drift away.
Wider on the line this time. No harm done.
This is not easy to get at. Just reset himself.
Yeah, I just like to I would suggest just guarantee his weight here. If he can nick the jack on the way past, he'll make one. Just not dropping for him.
Yeah, it's good effort. Got the pace that you wanted as well. But the scorecard keeps moving in one direction. And it's been blue most of the day. You can keep up to date with all the action across the greens on the live scoring on the Bold Scotland website. And from that feed I can tell you that Caroline Brown leads Emma Mitchell by 12 shots to 6 in the ladies singles final. And the pairs, Bainfield lead Anne Bank by 5 to 3 after 5 ends. That's in the ladies, and in the gents, Hindland have the advantage. Tight tussle against Eastfield by 6 shots to 2. It's a good opener. That'll be a little borrowing in.
It's been the story of the game, hasn't it?
It's just been able to find a way. Let's give this every chance. Oh, toucher, but doesn't get the shot.
Definitely under the line here. Chance for Alan here. Comes down the forehand side. He can poke the jack through there for a couple. Set the ball for a 3.
He's trying hard.
He's just under, but he's, well, I think it'd been shocked if that was the blue sticker ball. Would it? It was a shot. The way it's gone for Alan.
Imagine getting 2 touchers.
Yeah.
Back to back, and you're still not lining the shot.
And it's still 1 blue.
Alistair is asking for the opinion of the marker, and he just indicating it is 1 blue as we thought from the commentary position. Now then, you don't want to be giving it away. Oof. Well, you've got another ball in the head, which is likely what you were looking for.
Yeah, I suspect Alistair was just trying to land the wide 2 balls there to give himself a little bit of insurance, because there was no value otherwise coming very near that.
Now Alan is asking the marker for his opinion, because if he's lying shot, he might just leave this alone.
I think the marker previously indicated 1 blue.
Just wonder if that touch was enough just to even just shuffle it a blade or 2.
Don't know, sometimes you often see that on an indoor carpet,
which is more common,
but less so on grass.
A little shake of the head. You've got to play this as if it's against you. I mean, I know he's desperately looking and hoping.
So the marker's now suggesting this is a measure. So something must have moved there. In the area.
It's not that far away, he could pick that. Oh, he's done it.
Very well played.
Oh, that's a terrific shot. And maybe more than 1 out of this as well.
Yeah, that's a gutsy shot, isn't it?
It's his best shot of the match so far. Got hands on a lifeline.
Yeah, we're looking at the third shot closely here. Oh, it's not taking them out, so umpire again.
Well, potentially that was 19.6. It could go to 18.8 or 18.9, depending on the result here. And I'm pretty sure the umpire was relieved, because the measure that would have taken place between those two bowls would not have been a fun one to do.
Yeah, I don't know what the distance was, but it looked too close for calipers. So
yeah.
It would definitely have been feeler gauges that they'd have been out with there.
So the calipers are back out again. Seems to be a gap there.
So this looks like red. Yeah.
Well, it is a 3.
Yeah, great conversion shot. And just what Alan needed.
Well, it was 12 down. He's now only 9 away. As you mentioned, just manageable. The problem is he might be running out at the other end, but he is trying to get himself back.
Yeah, small goals now, isn't it? You know, get to 10, you know, and then your next target's probably 15, and you've got to hope that you can avoid your opponent's score. So, a bit of experience here for anybody watching this. Alan's pulled the mat up to play a short jack, and he's just given himself an extra couple of yards by throwing it towards the pin, which gives him a bigger margin for error. Good experienced jack delivery there.
Well, just 5 of the 30 games that have gone before in this competition to date has one player failed to register more than 10 shots. In fact, 6 of the matches have gone to the regulation 21-20. Both these gentlemen have played in one of those each. The mat coming up, you're looking at a slightly different length obviously, but it's the different lines you might be able to find. And what you hope to do is nail it in your first couple.
Yeah, I'm sure Alan will be a little disappointed with that, but he'll be less disappointed if Alistair doesn't. If Alistair fails here, but.
He's more interested in this one, and then it comes. Front toucher. Asking to come and have a look, which he'll want to do. And the problem for Alistair is when he's lost ends, he's lost a couple of big counts. I mean, he's only lost 4 of the 14 ends so far, but you know, the 4 and the 3 were big counts. 6 singles he's scored.
Yeah, you'd think he'll try and secure a good second here. It's hard to say from the camera angles how many this is. It could be 2. But a good second would be the shot to play. Tempting, of course, to play it with a little bit of weight to jag the bowl onto the jack and through to Alistair's last one. Close.
Not far away from doing precisely. That's a brilliant ball. That is top class bowling from Alistair White. Well, Alan Gray at the tail end of the last end produced one out the top drawer, and that's come from the same compartment. Sometimes you just got to shake your head like not even the front toucher is safe.
Yeah, Alan. I'm not sure what Alan will do. Does he play it just over? He just needs to be cautious that he doesn't put Alistair onto the jack and leave Alistair with a draw for the match. Very unfortunate.
Well, Alistair White getting off to the 9-0 start. Since then it's been 9 apiece in shots. And there's the man from Jedburgh. He's been playing the better bowls consistently, that's why he's up.
I don't know if he has a shot for the match here, Paul. Either way, he's under the line. I don't think so.
I think he'll settle for that.
Yeah, that head was building quite badly for him there, but he's played a wonder bowl really to jag that off and roll round for the winner.
And to be honest, Colin, that's what we were expecting before the game started. That would be expected that nothing would be safe. Both these players would have that ability to really, win the last, the end with the last ball. But really, that start from Alistair has just put him in a different position altogether.
Yeah, it has. I think this rink is, is particularly tricky too for the players. When you've got a side that's playing quite straight and you've got one that's swinging quite a lot, you've got to change of pace, change of line. Very challenging for the players to get some consistency across both hands.
Alistair White is 2 shots away from his second Scottish National Singles Championship. That's a higher line.
It's a match lie, but you can't imagine that's going to stay like that, can you?
No, that's not going to be the way this one finishes. It's a better line.
Still needs a bit of pace.
Yeah, just didn't have the pace.
Kind of settles it, doesn't it?
Yeah, nicely done. Yeah, I think Alistair will feel he missed the trick with his third bolt.
Yeah, and equally he'll be disappointed with his first 2 as well. But he's got a chance here. He can keep the scoreboard ticking again just by sitting the ball away or running the jack through the head.
Well, 4 balls of almost identical weight, and he's actually knocked the wrong one up from his perspective. It was a mysterious shot from Alistair White. That could be 2. And you're inviting a third, and again, you're one end away potentially from winning it, but you do not want to invite your opponent higher up than that.
Not really seen the indication from the marker, but there's a great opportunity for Alan to add another. He's on a tight line too, but he'll do. I'm still just having a look at the third one here. Yeah, it's a 3.
Well, I'll tell you what, when he scored big.
for the mat of the green again here. They've left the balls in position.
Well, he's actually won the last few ends 12-9. But he's picked up a 4, a 3 and a 3. When he's been losing ends, he's been restricting his opponents to singles. So there's potentially drama to come. Yeah, you got the feeling that he didn't like that out the hand. Alistair just beginning to the point where he thinks, I've got to try and put this away. Doesn't want Alan creeping up even further.
Needs a contact. Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah, he's well played.
Alan needs to be in here. If he fails here, there's every chance he'll face matchline against with his last ball.
He's just hurrying through. So here's the opportunity for Alistair White to lie championship. Well, he's going to come up and just assess where things are.
His preferred side has been the forehand in this way. He may feel that that ball of Alan's is just in the way and it's too big a risk to try and play round. Just overplayed it.
Yeah, needed to beat that back ball and hasn't done so. Still lies one. Less pressure on Alan Gray, but he would like to draw this here. Look narrow.
He might be enough, you know.
Has he got enough on it?
Yeah, I think he is.
Well, that is a narrow hand and you've got to be careful. He certainly wasn't punished coming across the marker.
Red.
On red.
What else did I like to play here? Just inside. Shot ball. Turn it away for 2. Jack in the ditch for 2.
Off the backhand, he's not being shy. If he
close.
gets the
He's
jack,
played it.
he's got it. Oh, he's unlucky.
Oh, and he's lost a count. He could.
Well, he thought he'd taken it through. He thought the championship was his, but he's got a lot of work still to do.
Could be a 2 or a 3.
Yeah.
Oh. Could even be a 4.
Wow. Well, when you just think you've done enough, got a horrible, horrible result.
3 out, yeah.
Wow. Well, we have a final on our hands here.
It's one of those, when you look at those shots and you look at the consequences, and I don't think you could even have seen that.
No. Second he made contact with the jack, you thought that was it, the title was won instead. You go from 1912 to 1915 and your opponent starts to come within striking distance of you. Well, this has been some fight back.
Yeah, Alan's he's just ground out a few shots, hasn't he? And
yeah,
he's taken advantage of a couple of maybe slacker ends from Alistair just to get himself back in.
Playing in the second final. Alan Gray, the runner-up in 2014. Mr. White, the winner 11 years ago in 2012. And his first ball, which had been so good, kind of deserted him a little bit.
Yeah, he's changed his side now, Paul also. He was favouring the straight side coming down this way. But he's moved on to that swinging side.
Well, if it's not reacting just quite the same at that length.
Possibly, but Alan giving him a chance again.
He's played it if he's getting past, and he comes. Just puts the pressure on now. He has had a match like previously, but it was after 4 balls, and there was always going to be something changing. Does not want to fall short here.
No.
Well.
Alistair will definitely look for a closer one.
Well, 3 short balls. That's not what Alan Gray had in mind. He has 1 left. Alistair puts this on the money. He has a championship lie.
He'll do, I think.
Well, he's saying to his opponent, you draw the shot or hit his own up.
That might help Alan, actually. He can afford to be just on the wide side.
Yep.
A corner of that ball or sit the one that's just beyond jack high certainly saves the match and the championship.
Only potential danger here is being through.
There's nothing for short here.
Yeah. Can't be short. Well, you don't want to add too much either.
Will it drop? I think he's played it, Paul, has he? Or is he through?
Oh, he's played it through. That was always going to be the danger after 3 short balls, and Alistair White, after what's been a 10-second half of the game, can celebrate. He is the champion. The second time he's taken the title, back in 2012 and again in 2023. It's a remarkable achievement. Alistair White from Jedburgh. Well, what a game that was, Colin. It's not the game we were expecting. A 9-0 start for Alistair White. And Alan Gray showed great guts to come roaring back and really made a final of it, and he'll kick himself for that last end. But I mean, he took 3 threes in 4 ends to bring himself right back into contention.
Yeah, I think we thought we were getting a quick one there,
yep.
Paul, didn't we? And yeah, some high scoring ends. I think both players will probably have wanted to play a little bit better in that final, getting over the line, and I think you can see the emotion in Alistair there just at the end. He's absolutely over the moon.
That was tremendous for him. Alan Gray falls short, but he'll be pleased with the fight back that he made. But the champion comes from Jedburgh. Alistair White is the champion for the second time. And the crowd, well, like us, they must have thought it was going to be over quite quickly. But how well Alan Gray fought back to apply the pressure, but it wasn't enough in the end. Just left himself too much to do. And Alistair White managed to get himself home. And we can hear from the champion. He is with Andy Marr.
Thanks very much, Paul. Yes, the champion is here with me, Alistair White. A almost comprehensive victory. You had to stave off Alan at the end there. Can you sum up how you're feeling?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard at the moment. Absolutely over the moon. You know, to win it once back in 2012 was unbelievable, but to win it twice now, it's going to take a while for it to sink in. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, 11 years since your victory. Should we call it a comeback?
Yeah, I thought maybe, you know, winning it once, I thought fantastic. I might never win it again. To get this chance today, I thought let's go and try and take it. And it's going to take a while to sink in, you know, just off the green. So absolutely amazing.
You raced into double figures pretty early on in that match. You must owe your victory, a lot of it, to your fast start. Yeah,
I think we knew going on today that it was going to be about handling the wind. So I'd made my mind up early doors to play the straighter side. You know, the wind was holding them into the jack, and that worked out well. I got off to a really good start. Alan came back well there, took the mat up, which I thought he might do. I'd seen him in other games that he was doing that, but I managed to go over the line.
You seem quite overwhelmed by the victory. Have you exceeded your own expectations?
It's been a long week. It's been, you know, I've been here since Monday. It's been one game a day. It's been a very long week, so it's just a relief to get over the line.
Yeah, well, congratulations again, Alistair, Scottish men's singles champion. Maybe go on for a third time next year, who knows?
That may be too much.